Welcome back, Algebras. It's your boy Adam reporting straight from channel 6.5 News. So, have you all been drinking Corona beers lately? I have. All thanks to this crazy disease called the coronavirus, which originated in China, much like the swine flu, which originated in 2009 and infected hundreds of people in the US and thousands in Mexico within its first month of it emerging. Look at these graphs. Now on to the person live on the scene.
That's a wind gust right there. Well, that's a wind gust.
Oh, hey, Algebras. I didn't know you were there.
So, I would like to show some data of the coronavirus over time. Y represents the number of cases each day, and this represents each day from the start of when this website started collecting data. This is a regression model showing the number of cases over time. Look, it goes like this, kind of like a roller coaster. And we use this graph because it is the best way to plot this data. Also, this is a residual plot showing the fluctuations. Sorry, technical difficulties. To reiterate, this is a residual plot, and since there's no clear pattern in the residuals, this model fit, and it represented the data well. This is the equation for the regression model, this regression model that we used. So this was our actual equation that we got, and this number up here, 83,000, represents the maximum that we calculated at the time of collecting our data. And obviously that's not correct now. These represent the specific variables in the equation.
K is here, B is here, A is here.
And when you decrease or increase the variables, they affect the equation and how it looks. So we calculated Pearson's correlation coefficient, which shows how well our model fit the data. And basically, we did all this math, voila. A little bit of magic in here, a little bit of magic in here, and a little bit of rain. And we got R, which was our correlation coefficient, to be 0.981259891, which is very accurate for our data. Now to our next producer.
So we took into account these 5 countries. We chose one from each major continent and looked at these 5 factors to show each country's susceptibility to getting the coronavirus if you're living there. We started off with China and gave, through research, we gave each factor a different percentage to show how important it is or how much it affects the susceptibility, with public health measures being at 40% and having the most weight in one of these countries' susceptibility to catching the coronavirus. Once we figured out what the factors were, each country was ranked on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 meaning that this factor affects that country the most with their susceptibility. And we did this for each country from China to the United Kingdom, to the United States, Nigeria, and Brazil. And finally, we came to the conclusion through a weighted average that a person living in China would have the highest chance of catching the coronavirus compared to these other countries, solely taking into account those 5 factors. And this is showing Bayes' theorem because it's showing each country's probability of, compared to the others, of getting the coronavirus, taking into those conditions of the 5 factors and the weighted averages. Thanks.
As you can see, the coronavirus is affecting a lot of people and getting a lot of people sick, and yeah. So I hope that you get the Corona beer, not the coronavirus. Thanks for tuning in to channel 6.5 Action News.